Call Cut-Rite for a free estimate for all your tree care needs.
Most of us probably can look back on adults in our lives beyond our parents who mentored and guided us as we grew up. Well, maybe now you're looking to be that source of encouragement for a young person today. And if you are, Big Brothers Big Sisters would love to have you join them. Eli Smith joins us this morning not only to talk about the work they do at Big Brothers, but also about a very fun recruitment event they have coming up. Good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you.
So, I mean, talk a little bit about the work that y'all do at Big Brothers Big Sisters, because you've been doing it for a long time. You kind of perfected a thing or two on pairing adults with these kids.
Yeah, so we do youth mentoring, and we do that in different ways. We have our community-based program, which is where you are matched with a little that you hang out with in the community. We have school-based programs. We have a lot of different things so we can find an option that's a fit for people. But what we do is we help youth reach their potential by matching them with an adult that's just gonna be kind of be in their corner and be someone that can be a listening ear. You mentioned to me that you are from Chattanooga, but you've been in Knoxville for a while, and you've been back now with Big Brothers for a little more than a year, but you had worked with middle schoolers up in the Knoxville area. There's something about that middle school time frame where it's not that you don't love your parents, but you need some kind of acknowledgement and encouragement from somebody besides your mom. Absolutely. Yeah, and what's cool about our program is that we have kids of all different ages. We serve kids from age 6 up through high school. So if you have an age of a child that you think you work best with, we can certainly try and accommodate that. And currently we have a wait list of 100 kids that are waiting to be matched with a mentor. That's a really big thing too, because it does not mean they have this wait list of the 100 kids, but you're not going to walk in and say, oh, I'll do it, and they're going to just throw you to a child. You're very, very careful how you make these matches. Yeah. Yes, it's a long process, to be honest, but it's it's something that we put a lot of time and effort into, because we know that safety is something we want to take very seriously. But so there's an interview process, there's references, there's a background check, all that stuff. But but also we take the time to really get to know you and figure out what you feel like you can bring to a mentor relationship. So well, you also don't want burnout, because that doesn't benefit anybody. So since it is a little bit of a lengthy process, you want to keep people happy. Thus the recruiting event you have coming up at Odd Story Brewing. Talk about that. Yeah, I mean, so part of what the problem with having a long process is that we have more kids that have enrolled in our program than we have volunteers that have signed up. So that's why we have a wait list of kids. So we're trying to do what we can this month. We're calling it In the Wait month, because we're trying to end the wait for as many of these kids as possible. Our goal is to connect with 125 new potential mentors. Wow. And so a big part of that is this event at Odd Story that we would really love for people to join us at. It's on October 19th. So Odd Story is going to give back 10% of all the proceeds from that evening to Big Brothers Big Sisters, but also if you come and you sign up to learn more about being a big, you can get a free drink. Or for our current bigs, we're saying if you come and you bring a friend who signs up to become a mentor, then they can get a free drink too. So, you know, if you were to talk to people around town, the look of a current big is not definable. Yeah. People from all different walks of life are choosing to do this, various ages and reasons for getting involved. But is there often a misconception, Eli, that people think, well, I'd love to do it, but I don't have the money? Oh, yes, absolutely. People think that they're going to have to spend tons of money on their little, and the reality is that we have a lot of free things that we can do around town, a lot of very cheap things, but we also have a thing that we call the Big Deals List, which is really cool. We have a list of companies that have agreed to partner with us by providing discounts and deals to our bigs. So we try to make it as easy as possible for our bigs not to have to spend a bunch of money on their littles, and it's really, that's kind of a misconception of our program. Wouldn't it also almost be an encouraging thing to not spend a lot of money? Because if you have a child in a situation where maybe their home life is not just the easiest thing in the world, if all of a sudden you're the one spending money where the mom or dad can't, that makes the parent feel insufficient. Yeah, we encourage our bigs not to spend a lot of money on their littles, because we don't want that to be a part of the relationship. We want it to be about them being there for them and being a listening ear, and the time that they spend together. So there are a lot of free things that you can do around town. I'm a big brother myself. Me and my little brother like to go to the park and throw football. That's free until you jam a finger. That is absolutely true, yes. So there's a lot of options that you don't have to spend money. Do you, as part of the training process, Eli, do you
kind of guide people too on how they have this relationship with the little, but not undermine their parents? Because don't kids kind of want their home life to be supported?
Yeah. So I mean, we try to be very clear that if you sign up to be big, you are not another parent.
Yeah, you're not a surrogate.
That's not what that is.
Yeah.
That's why we call it Big Brothers Big Sisters. So a sibling relationship is much different than a parent relationship. So the reality is that the parents that enroll their kids in our programs are very they care a lot about their kids, and they're very involved, and they just want to have an extra person in their child's life to be able to be that guiding, supporting figure.
That's a very good point to make. The parents have chosen this.
Yes, absolutely.
Not an outside source.
Yep, a lot of amazing parents in our programs.
So for the Odd Story event, Bigs and Beers,
yes,
do people need to sign up or just show up?
Just show up.
Okay.
Yeah, you could just show up, and if you sign up, you get a free drink. If whatever you spend that night will help to support our programs. I also wanted to touch on we're also having info sessions at our office each week this month. If people go to bbbschat.org/endthewait, that's kind of a link, the URL, but
just Google Big Brothers Big Sisters.
You'll find us.
Yeah,
they will. We're doing that every month, and people can come and get some free Chick-fil-A and just learn about our programs. It's not a commitment. You're just coming to learn about what we do, and we're doing that most of them are on Thursday nights, but you can go to our website to find all that.
With 100 kids on the waiting list, you want to end that wait.
Yep.
Thank you, Eli.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm David Carroll of Local 3 News with some great friends, and we say there's still time for you to get your Kids First coupon book or get an extra one for even more great savings.
They're on sale now at Elders Ace